Hi, my name is William. I'm going to be doing my presentation for Project 1 of AC Circuits. This is a running lights kit that I've wired onto a breadboard, and it's powered with a 6-volt battery, as you'll see shortly. This circuit has two integrated chips. The first one is this NE555 multi-vibrator. The second is the CD4017 decimal counter and pulse distributor. When the circuit is hooked up to the power supply, current flows through this 10 kilo ohm resistor and the potentiometer. That'll charge the 1 microfarad electrolytic capacitor. Once the electrolytic capacitor is sufficiently charged, the voltage of pins 2 and 6 will rise until reading 2/3 of the voltage source. At this voltage, pin 3 will output a logical 0, subsequently putting pin 7 into a low impedance state. This allows the electrolytic capacitor to discharge to ground through the potentiometer and pin 7. Once the electrolytic capacitor reaches 1/3 of the voltage source, pin 3 will output a logical 1, subsequently putting pin 7 into a high impedance state to ground. This cycle is repeated indefinitely until the circuit is disconnected from the power supply. The output of pin 3 is a square wave that is directly connected to pin 14 of the CD4017, which is the clock input. This allows the decimal counter to start counting, initially lighting up the first LED. When the subsequent pulse arrives, the current LED will turn off, and the next LED in sequence will be lit up. This sequence is repeated indefinitely until the power supply is disconnected. I've gone ahead and connected the circuit to a 6-volt battery, so that way we can see the running LEDs in action. One thing that we can do is adjust the resistance of the potentiometer right here. This is going to modify the oscillation period, resulting in the frequency changing. Right now, I have the resistance set to the highest possible value, which in turn sets the frequency to the lowest possible value. Now I'm about to adjust it to a much lower resistance, and as you'll see, the frequency will increase. I can adjust the resistance to be so low that the LEDs no longer appear to be running and instead appear to be constantly on. The frequency is so high that the human eye can no longer discern the light turning on or off once the resistance is this low and the frequency is so high.